Okay, I'd like to call the Town of Clinton Planning Board virtual meeting to order at 7:30 on Tuesday, April 6, 2021. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and pursuant to Executive Order 202.1 issued on March 12th, 2020, suspending the open meetings law and emergency state and federal bans on large meetings or gatherings. The Town of Clinton Planning Board, scheduled for April 6, 2021, will be held electronically via Zoom instead of a public meeting open for the public to attend in person. Members of the public may view the board meeting as it is live streamed on YouTube. www.townofclinton.com/government/planning-board-video-. A transcript of the meeting will be posted on the town's website at a later date. The first item on the agenda is the Wolf area variance. Do we have anybody in the waiting room for that?
Lisa Wolf.
Okay, send her in.
She's in. She's not. She's muted. And then there's Roseanne and Robert DuPont.
Robert DuPont.
Let him in.
Architect, yeah,
And who is Robert DuPont? Is he?
the architect.
Okay. Okay, are they in?
Yes.
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 Okay, anybody for the Wolf area variance?
Hello.
Okay, you're here for the Wolf area variance?
Yes,
Yes.
I know that's Lisa Wolf.
Robert, are you gonna explain your application? Robert, can you hear us? Robert,
Sure. Can you hear me?
yeah,
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, Robert.
Yes. My name is Rob DuPont.
Yeah, you're freezing up, Robert. You don't have a very good internet connection.
Oh, okay.
Are you on a wireless network?
I'll try to rejoin the meeting. Yeah, I'll try to rejoin the meeting.
Okay.
Be right back.
Okay, okay. Okay, Lisa, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you want to wait for Robert? Oh, I think he just came back in. Okay.
Yes,
know.
thank you. You're muted, Rob.
Okay. How about now?
Yep, that's good.
Okay. Okay, Rob, you want to explain to us what we got here?
Sure. This is a single-family residence. It's located at 5 Electronics Road in the town. What we're talking about doing with the project is there's a small existing single-family residence, and Ms. Wolf wants to put an addition on. The addition is relatively small. It's about 465 square feet. It's composed of just a mudroom and a living room. And unfortunately, although the lot that she's building on is 1.2 acres, it's a pre-existing non-conforming lot, and the house is quite old. The original structure was built in 1820. So it's pretty much impossible to expand this house without requiring some kind of setbacks. Yeah, there's the site plan that Arlene has on the screen now. The existing house is very close to the rear property line, and as you can see, the parcel is sort of an L shape, and it's also a corner lot. Most of you folks are probably aware of this house. It's this small pink house, it's been there forever, right at the corner of 9 Partners and Electronic. Lisa recently painted it and fixed it up a little bit too on the grounds. So the addition that we're adding on to, actually, Arlene, if you sort of pan to the right of the sheet, you'll see a larger section of the site plan. And that shows the change of the footprint. Yeah, that's a blow up of the immediate area. There's a house and there's a detached garage. And we're proposing to expand the house to the right, actually between the house and the garage. Yeah, right there, Arlene, is good. The existing house is 2 stories tall. The addition will only be 1 story tall. And the existing house actually isn't parallel to the existing property lines. It's set at a little bit of an angle. So the good news is the addition that we're proposing is actually farther away from all the property lines than the current house is. So, but it's still, we can't expand it without complying with current zoning setbacks, which our front yard setback is, I believe it's 100 feet. Yeah, it's 100 feet, which is difficult to do. The lot is only about 60 feet deep, 56 feet deep. And because it's a corner lot, we have 2 front yard setbacks, both from the left and then in the front of the house. The house is also quite close to the rear property. Current house is about 7.5 feet off of the property line. The proposed addition will be about 9 feet off the property line. And the dimensions are indicated right there on that site plan.
Okay, I didn't explain before, this is a 2-step process. You're in front of the planning board right now, and we will review the application, and then we will make a recommendation to the zoning board of appeals, a yay, a nay, or a neutral. And then they will make the final decision on the variance if needed. Okay?
Okay.
Jerry, you want to go over this?
Yes, if there's no more discussion, I have a proposed motion. Like to make a motion, the planning board approve, disapprove, or make a neutral, approve the following resolution. Be it resolved, the planning board is making a negative, positive, or neutral recommendation for approval to the Town of Clinton Zoning Board of Appeals on the requested area variances. Section 250-2 for the front and rear yard setback reductions, and section 250-83 for extension to a non-conforming building for a 1.2 acre property owned by Lisa Wolf and located at 5 Electronic Lane, tax grid number ending with 756555 in the AR3 zone. I was gone most of the day and I got the narrative from Arlene, so I'm going to integrate this on the fly. The applicant wishes to construct a 16 by 30 foot 1-story addition to an existing 2-story 1-family dwelling requiring front yard setback relief of 10 feet from 9 partners western property line, front yard setback relief of 76 feet from electronic lane southern property line, rear yard setback relief of 67 feet from northern property line. All of which require a variance to section 250, attachment 2. The 465 yards, 65 square foot addition being an extension of a non-conforming building requires a variance to section 250-83. Also, the addition must not exceed 50% of the aggregate building area of the original non-conforming building. This addition is 32% of the current house gross square feet. The property is not located within a ridge line, scenic or historic preservation overlay district. It's not in an ag district. It's an area variance is a type 2 action under seeker and requires no further action. It's on the scenic historic road being electronic lane and must conform to local law number 3 of 2001. It's not, does not contain a DEC wetland. With the setback reductions, the one-story addition and an undesirable change will not be produced in the character of the neighborhood or be a detriment to nearby properties, as similar situations exist on neighborhood properties. The benefits sought by the applicant cannot be achieved by any other feasible method. Requested variance is substantial. There will be no potential adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental condition in the neighborhood. The alleged difficulty is self-created. All application fees have been paid. For the zoning enforcement officer, there are no known violations associated with this property. The consent form for Robert J. Dupont signed by the owner is on file with a zoning building clerk. I'm proposing that we go ahead with a positive recommendation. Does anybody want to discuss that?
Okay, do we have a second for this?
Second.
Okay, discussion?
So I have a question. The owner owns the lot.
Oh, we lost her. Okay, I think we lost Kat there.
Yep.
Well, while we're waiting to get Kat back, if Rob and Lisa, if I'm, just tell me if I'm correct. You own the property across the street, in the back, and on the I guess west side, correct?
Yes, that's correct. The parcel that the house is on is actually broken into 3 pieces. The total contiguous is over 4 acres, but 9 partners in electronic lane divide it. But Lisa does also own a just under an acre parcel right behind the house.
Right.
Immediately behind the house, which would have the most impact by virtue of this variance. And she owns another 4-acre lot on the opposite side of electronics lane beyond the property that is immediately visible from the house. So she does have a lot of holdings in just a little building.
Yeah, okay. I'll throw this out to the board, and I'm not sure of the answer, but if the applicant merged any of these properties, especially the one across the road, would that negate a variance, or because of the road intersecting, we'd still need a variance? Does anybody have any thoughts on that?
I think we still need a variance, if I can comment, because the road intersect, it creates distinct property lines.
Okay,
So,
no, I was just curious to see if there was another way to resolve this without having to go through the variance.
If they if they merge the back piece with the house lot, you would lose the back variance, but you'd still
Yeah.
need the front.
Mhm.
So on the side.
Okay. Kat, you had something?
No, sorry, I got dropped.
Okay.
I wonder if it's worth adding to the resolution that the owner does own all of the lots around it
Mhm.
as a positive fact.
Yeah. You could do that, Jerry, right?
Yeah, then we'll have that.
Okay. Any further discussion on this? Okay, all in favor? Aye, Art, aye.
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 Oh, I.
Okay, opposed? None? Okay, so moved. All right, Rob, Lisa, you're all set to go to the zoning board. And Arlene will give you a date, and good luck.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you
Thank you
much.
for
Good
your
night.
time and for your consideration. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye now. Okay. The next item on the agenda is the Trendle area variance. Do we have anybody in the waiting room for that?
I don't, yeah, there's a person here. She's sideways.
That's good.
Roseanne, you're the other way.
Okay, I got Lisa. Okay, we have Roseanne.
Roseanne, can you hear us? No, she didn't connect audio. Not gonna work.
Let's give her a time. She's new to this.
Hmm.
Click on the audio.
We can't hear you.
You can't hear us.
She's using an iPhone. There's
It's very hard to find the controls on an iPhone.
I know. So where's the control on the iPhone? Hold on. I gotta call her. Two, 6, 8707.
Are we having any luck here with,
Arlene is talking to her
What
on
are
the
you
phone.
using? Your
Okay.
iPhone? Fred, how does it connect on the audio? If you
I-
just touch on the, probably at the bottom. Sometimes when you touch on the upper right or the upper or lower left, something will appear, like a video with the, what do you call it, with the X or with the slash.
She needs to join audio. Her phone is attempting, but it's not finishing.
No, dial in, not on your iPhone, on the Zoom. Hold on, I'm trying my Zoom. Well, we could hear you.
There we go. Can you hear us?
Yes, you can hear us.
We can't hear
So
her.
you gotta turn your microphone.
She might, yeah, I don't
There's
know.
like a picture of the microphone somewhere. If you like touch on the bottom right or bottom left or anywhere in there, a microphone picture, and then there's like a slash in it, click on that, and then you will be on. Yes, join. Click join. There's like a microphone.
Yeah, no, that's failed. It's failed. She's tried it and it's failed 3 times now.
okay, is there,
Should she call in on the telephone number?
You can
That's-
call. You want to use the phone? Yes, go ahead. That's the phone. All right, bye.
she's gonna call in?
Yeah.
not gonna, she needs to call her back and have
Hold
her dial the telephone number and tell her hang up her phone, get off the video.
Well, she could use the landline. Did you try? All right, so if you want to rejoin, you go back to the link that I gave you, right? So, yeah, and then it will say in there like join with audio, and then you're on the audio. There's like a microphone in there.
That's not what her problem is.
Hold on. What's the
She's
problem,
not,
Brad?
she's not muted. Something with her phone is not allowing audio to connect correctly.
Oh, it's your phone. It's your phone.
It's your phone. She should hang
it's
up the
your phone.
cell phone and
Just use the
just
landline.
call into the
and
voice only telephone number.
on the link that I sent you. Just there's a dial. There's a phone number to dial. Yeah. Yes, on the phone number. Hold on. Let me. Yes, dial by your location. So, Fred, which one is she gonna dial?
The New York State
Right.
number.
929-205-6099. And then you gotta enter the passcode.
The meeting code first, then the
Meeting
passcode.
code. Just okay. Just we can help you. Don't worry. The meeting code. You're gonna press the meeting code. I gotta tell you the meeting code. What is your phone asking you? Put it on your speaker. Your phone. Okay. You dial the 921-929-205-6099. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not yet, because you're gonna enter the meeting code. What does it say? Mm-hmm. 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 You hold on, Jack. What did you do when you tried calling? Normally, what does it say? You did the dial going back. Jack.
I didn't do the dial. I've never dialed in.
Oh, Paul. Oh, Paul. I think Paul, you did one time. You called to join.
Yeah, I mean, there's a separate phone number.
Does he ask you for the meeting code? What
And you
did
call
it ask
and
you?
it,
Yes.
yeah.
So it
Meeting
will ask
code.
you after you dial, right? As soon as you dial, it will ring, and then it will probably say, "Please dial your meeting code" or whatever. Don't worry, everybody's new to this. Is anybody in the house, or it's just you? So your son is not there. If you go on the setting on your iPhone, is that your iPhone? Your son is the one who did that, right? Go on the setting, and then it will ask you about the audio. Audio, join with audio or something. General. Is it on general? No. Is it on meetings? Meetings. Go on meetings. Meeting settings. No. If you go on the Zoom, right, and then you click on the settings.
Okay.
You got it? Yes. And then It was on? All right. What about on? Camera on. Okay. Audio.
Um, is there any chance that you, Arlene, that you could put your phone on speaker and put it close to your monitor so she can speak through the phone? and
Okay,
we can
try it
hear her?
again. If doesn't work, I'm gonna have, you're gonna have to, you could talk on the speaker and they could hear you. All right? Okay, but try it first again, the one that, because we just adjust the setting, okay? All right, yeah. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna.
I'll turn it on. They're both on.
Can you hear?
Camera and microphone are on.
Oh, we
Okay.
hear her.
We can hear her
Oh,
now.
And
They
not-
could
are
hear
you not
you.
hearing me? I mean, I'm not seeing you.
no, you gotta rejoin, because, hold on, I minimize mine, hold on, I gotta. You got,
I don't know.
you gotta click on join the meeting again. Go back on the email. Like you're rejoining. We're talking to you over the phone right now. But
Join a meeting,
yeah,
join with video. Connecting, please wait. The meeting host will let you in soon.
okay.
To hear others, please join audio.
Click on that.
Wi-Fi or cellular, dial in, no audio.
Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, I hear you now.
Hallelujah.
Hang
All
up the
right,
phone,
I'm
hang up the
hanging
phone.
Sorry, guys. Everybody's new to this, so we gotta give them a little help.
Is Roseanne there?
She's muted now. Now she's muted.
I know. Unmute.
Unmute.
There we go, there we
There you
go.
go.
Perfect.
Ah, okay.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
No, it's all
Oh,
right.
you still gotta go to the ZBA, so you gotta learn it.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
okay.
Okay.
All right, Roseanne, this is a two-step process. You're in front of the planning board now.
Mhm,
And we will listen to your application.
mhm.
We'll review it and then give a recommendation to the zoning board of appeals, either a yay, nay, or a neutral recommendation. And then
Mhm.
they will make the final decision on it, okay? So
Okay.
if you can briefly explain to us what you're doing, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Okay, so currently I have an 18 foot pool. And I am going to go, I kind of lost you guys. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
getting your
fine.
map. It's fine. I'm getting your map. Hold on.
Okay,
Let me see it.
So I currently have an 18-foot pool and I am going to go to a 21-foot pool. And so in doing that, I'm going to kind of push the pool out towards the back a little bit and over to the left of the back. It'll be a little bit closer to the middle of the backyard.
Can you see the picture?
Yes.
Yes.
And then I'm going to take a little bit of the deck and pull that alongside of the pool by about 5 feet out towards the back of the stone wall. And it'll be about 4 feet closer to the left side of my yard. I do have measurements if you need that.
Well, we will definitely need those, and especially the zoning board of appeals. So
Okay, should
yeah,
I give that?
You're gonna need, well, we can see some right here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Justin, you want to take over for a sec here?
Yeah, sure. So as she said, there's a deck and a pool there now. The stone wall that borders them. There's no houses, but the lots are all kind of the same size. And so you can see, all the different backyards. So I don't think it's going to create, right? It's just a small movement of a few feet of the pool towards the back, but I don't think visually it's going to have, much of an impact. Everyone can see the deck and the pool as it is. And so moving it a few feet one way or the other, I don't think really matters. You need a 30-foot setback on the side instead of the 50. That'll cover the movement of the pool. Yeah, right there. So it's 30 feet if you go from Arlene's picture to the top. Yep. And it's going to just, kind of go to the left a little bit here. So it'll be within the 75-foot, the 75-foot rear yard setback will be sufficient even for the movement. And like it was when it was, put in 2012, it needs the side yard setback. But in my mind, it's already been granted once. It's, pretty close to what's already there. It's more of a renovation than a new structure or anything.
Yeah.
So pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
And there's there's five little screening trees that'll grow in on that.
Yeah.
yard.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this? Okay. Justin, you have.
Sure. Yeah. I've got a motion, resolution of the Town of Clinton Planning Board making a positive recommendation to the ZBA on the requested variance to section 250 attachment 2 for a side yard setback reduction to 30 feet from the required 50 feet for property owned by Roseanne Trendle located at 22 Grissom Place in the Town of Clinton. Tax grid number ending 013895 in an AR3 zoning district. Whereas the applicant's requesting a variance to expand an existing deck and replace and move an existing above ground pool. The property is located in a half-acre lot in an AR3 zoning district. Property is not within a ridgeline scenic and historic preservation overlay district. It's not within a CEA. The variance requested to reduce the side yard setback from 50 to 30 feet is substantial, but consistent with past variances in the existing structures. The benefits sought by the applicant cannot be achieved by some other method because the existing and proposed pool locations avoid the property's septic system and well. The proposed variance should not have an adverse effect or impact on the physical and environmental conditions of the neighborhood. The alleged difficulty is self-created, but should not necessarily preclude the granting of the area variance. Now therefore be it resolved, the planning board is making a positive recommendation for the approval of this requested variance to the Clinton ZBA.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second,
Okay. Discussion? Okay. All in favor? Art, aye.
Sarah, aye.
Jack, aye.
Cat, aye.
Well,
Okay, opposed? None? Okay, so moved. Okay, Roseanne, you're all set with us. Arlene will give you a date for the ZBA. And they'll make the final decision on this. So good luck.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye. Okay. All right.
We have Dean.
Okay, we have two sets of minutes. Has everybody thoroughly read the minutes? Okay, Jerry, do your thing.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as read.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Justin, second.
My thing tonight, second.
Second, okay. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, all right, opposed? So moved. Okay. Let's see, with that, that's just about it, except for we have Dean in the waiting room, I presume?
Nope, Dean's right here.
Dean's right. Dean, you're right there. Okay. Do you have any, again, words of wisdom for us?
Nope.
No. It's going to be a
I know that
short
we were
meeting.
supposed to have the Airbnb, and I think there's several issues with that, so we'll see how that goes.
But you know what it is with the Airbnb, the house has to comply first, you know, and most of the time they realize like a simple, you know, like on you probably, all of us probably even have it, you know, like on the washing machine and the dryer. So, you know, those pipe that goes out, it gotta be metal pipe. And some of them has those plastic metal thing. So that fails. So you gotta have fire extinguisher, you gotta be not expired. So all those adds up. And then when the ZO goes there and then found out it's not in compliance, so they have to comply and all that stuff. With the recent one, I guess the guest cottage is doesn't have a special permit. It has a temporary variance back in 1985, but then it went away when the property changed hands. So now they have to get a special permit because they're doing, just like Katerina was saying, they're doing Airbnb for the 2 units. So they don't want to come for the main house and then come back for the other one. So they're going to do the special permit and then the Airbnb. It's going to be a next
So there
meeting.
was a special permit for that garage,
On the
for the apartment
423.
that's in the garage.
No, there was a variance that was given in 1985 to house his mother, his sick mother. But then it went away, but then I guess they still continue doing it, you know.
Yeah, because I don't think it would meet today's codes.
Well, that's,
Septic is an issue too, probably.
yeah, that's kind of up to our building inspector, isn't it, Dean? I mean,
Well, the
he's gotta
zoning
take-
enforcement officer has to
Well, yeah,
look at that, and then the building inspector, if the zoning enforcement officer says it's okay, then yeah,
So
the
they have
building
to comply
inspector's
with
gonna
the septic and everything, you know,
Yeah.
just like the Airbnb.
I looked at the listing from 2018 when the current owner bought the house, and there is no mention of an apartment in the barn. It looked like it was a workshop. So I suspect,
The new
and I
owner.
don't want to speculate, but there is no mention of that actually being an apartment.
Well, I mean, Arlene has the documents that said it had a special permit, so
1985, you know, whether they stop using it and the new owner continue it, who knows?
yeah, because I had looked at the house when it was for sale, so and they didn't mention anything about the apartment out there when I saw the house 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Was
it changed
the-
hands in the 90s. So
Was the garage has a kitchen that time when you went there?
They didn't mention nothing about it, but you can, from the pictures from the listing, you can see that that it looks pretty brand new in there.
yeah.
So I don't know if they got a permit to even do all the work that they just did.
I don't, I'm not sure if they did, and I think that's why we took them off the agenda, and we need these questions answered before we, I mean, we can't
And
make
same
any,
thing with 468 Lake Drive, the other Airbnb. So in the basement, they have another kitchen. So we had to ask them to remove it because they don't qualify for it.
Can I, Arlene, can I just suggest when these come in, I know there's a lot of time pressure, but that we get the approval from the zoning from John.
Right.
With the inspection before they go on the agenda, because this is now the second one that went on the agenda and we had to pull it at the last minute because it wasn't in compliance.
Well, because originally,
But I'm saying all I'm saying is it should have the inspection in place and approved before they go on the agenda. That's all.
All right.
You know, they can't just go on the agenda and then we clean up all the, you know, because this is the second one we've had where everybody's scrambling to figure out whether it's okay.
Yeah,
Believe me, Dean, I don't, what do we do with the TP? I mean, with the tent. We have that application too, but supposedly it's not a dwelling. So I guess it's a use variance. I don't know.
Well, you'll have to talk to John about that. I talked to John
I,
about that, but you know, this is a recorded meeting and I'm not going to discuss it at this point in time.
Yes. We're
Yeah.
still recording. We could, we're
Well,
live, people.
as Paul says, we need all the information first, before it should go on the agenda, because otherwise we're spinning our wheels here and we have to send them home and then they got to come back again, and a lot of time is wasted. So, John should give us all the information, the inspection should be done, and then we can take a look at it as with the local law. Okay?
Yep.
Anything else, Dean?
Nothing from me.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to say or do? Sarah, are you there?
Yeah, I sent you a letter earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I tell everybody?
No, not at all. Go right ahead.
Okay. Sarah is resigning from the board due to time constraints, if I read it correctly.
Yeah.
And we're sorry to see you go.
You guys
So,
have been a pleasure to work with.
yeah, you were a good asset to the board. And thank you. And we'll get moving on trying to get a replacement. If we need you to make sure we have a quorum, will you?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm happy to continue if you need me or want me to continue until you're able to find a replacement. And as I stated in the letter, I'm happy to have my resignation date be the date of the replacement
Okay.
starting.
Thank you, Sarah.
Great job last time.
Yeah.
That details about the sheds and everything. We didn't have that.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Jerry.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn our meeting.
Second the motion.
Second the motion. Discussion. All in favor? Art, aye.
Paul,
Okay.
Aye.
Okay, so moved. Thank you, everybody.